Hello guys, my name is Saurinwala and I'm going to show you how to create a website in Angular. In Angular, not in AngularJS. AngularJS is a version 1 and Angular, that is at version 2, 3, not a 3. Angular 2, 4, 5 and upcoming. So we are going to create a website in Angular. Before that, we start our work how to create a website in Angular. You should know what is Angular. Angular is another framework of JavaScript similar to jQuery. Before we proceed, I want to tell you what is JavaScript and why JavaScript is used for creating most of the website for client side. In almost all everywhere we heard about that JavaScript is useful for mostly validation, but it is not only for the validation. JavaScript is definitely more than that. HTML is a basic necessity of every web application, no matter if you are a .NET developer or a Java. Without HTML you cannot create a web application in nowadays. The biggest limitation of HTML is it's static. If you are creating a HTML page displaying hello world in bold, it will always display same output no matter how many times you refresh the page. To overcome this static limitation, we used to take help of server-side technologies like PHP, ASP.NET, Java, etc. This server-side technology generates different HTML on every request and send back, and thus lead to a fully fledged dynamic application. So here a question: what is the problem with the traditional methodology? Problem is, in the modern era, competition is huge. Every business is trying to make their web better than their competitor. They are trying to build faster web application with better user experience. Relying on everything on server-side technology affect the overall performance of your app. Just try to imagine the role of server. In case of most of the apps, it handles client request, get the data from different places, execute some logic on that data, generate HTML, return the response. Just try to think about another approach. The server will send the data as a response instead of HTML. In the client side, HTML will be dynamically manipulated and created with the help of JavaScript. The advantage of such approach is performance. It will improve the user experience as application performance will be better as compared to earlier. Okay guys, let's start to create a website in Angular. Before we proceed, we need NPM. NPM stands for Node Package Manager. It will be installed as a part of Node.js. For that you need to go to a Node.js website and download it. Oh, there is something wrong with the internet. Okay, Node.js org. Here you need to go on a download for your requirement for Windows installer, 32-bit or 64-bit. Okay, here I have started download it. NPM, that is a Node Package Manager, that is a command line utility, is a simple package manager for JavaScript and Node packages. You know, that helps for JavaScript library and Node Package Manager from NPM repository. We can choose other package manager as well, like Maven, Nugget, Power, or some example of same. Each of these packages manager have its own specialty. For instance, Nugget is famous for downloading packages related to .NET. Once a Node package is downloaded, you need to install it. Installation is a very simple thing. Run, then next, and done. Once installation is complete, it will show you that complete the Node.js setup wizard. You need to click on finish. Let's check Node.js is properly installed. Here you can find Node.js. Okay, once you download npm and Node package manager, create a one folder in your drive, give it a name ngdemo. Here you can create either a one file named as package.json, or you can create it dynamically here using Node package manager. You just need to write here npm, navigate to your folder, okay, check it out, there is nothing here, and here write npm init. It will create a package.json file for you with basic setting. It will ask you some questions. Let's say package name. I have left it blank. ngdemo by default its name. Version, you can write anything. Press enter. Description, you can say anything. SDF or first ngdemo. Entry point index.js, you can left it blank. Test command, left it blank. Get repository blank. Keyword ng, anything. Author, voila. License, nothing. Here it will provide you a description that what will be a package.json file. You can see here what we have write. Just press yes and enter, and check it out in your folder ngdemo, and here we have a file name as package. Open it in a notepad. Okay, so we have completed our first task. Package.json is created itself, so everything is good. Now we need to create we need to download Node modules, which is helpful to create a website in Angular. Node modules are basic things. Node modules helps to compile our Angular site, to route, to maintain the routing, and many more things. So to download it one by one, we need to enter some command in npm, not package manager. First command is your Angular common. To install Angular common, you have to write npm in a small letter, then install space and @Angular /common -- save. Enter. It will start downloading. Okay, once you download a command, you can perform other operation. Angular core npm install space Angular core -- save and enter.
again it will start downloading by itself. You can see that we have used dash save after npm command. It will create a new entry inside a package.json called dependencies. I will show you dependencies here. It has been installed properly. We can see Angular core has been added into package.json. So next time when you want to reinstall all the packages, you just need to type npm install, and it will again download if is there anything missing. So it is pretty simple. You have to install each one by one. You can also install it in a single line by type npm install @angular forms space another one angular http space angular platform browser dash save. Let's see what happened. Here it start downloading. So here you can see that we can use install in a single line by space. Let's see what is left now. Router. We have done Angular platform, last one. You can also check in package.json. Here last module dependency has been installed is a platform browser. Now we are going to install a platform browser dynamic and a router. npm install Angular platform browser dynamic and a router. It has been started downloading. Once the download complete, you can check again a package.json. You can see that new dependency has been installed properly. Now Angular has some support of some other modules, other Angular dependencies, that is Zone.js, that is useful for our execution environment, Core.js, and RxJS. RxJS is it is for reactive programming. Please mention here. I want to mention here that it is RxJS is not a React.js. React.js is developed by Facebook, and that is not RxJS in Angular. Both are different things. You should be in your mind. So we are going to install this thing. npm install Zone.js, RxJS, Core.js, dash save, and press enter. So here we have downloaded Core.js, RxJS, Zone.js. Then we need, we are going to develop our Angular application in a TypeScript environment. So for that we need to install TypeScript. You can install it by simple TypeScript -g and enter. So it will install TypeScript compiler in our project. Okay, so here we have completed our basic installation of TypeScripts and other Angular components. Now we need to create one configuration file for TypeScript. We need to configure our TypeScript. So we are going to, in our folder, create one more folder here. Create our folder here. Its name is TypeScript files. Open it. Create one file here. Name it as a tsconfig.json. Okay, this file basically contains some basic options of compiling. We need to just copy this code to here and save it. Target ES5, that is commonly also known as ES 2014, that is JavaScript version. It will convert our code into the ES5. Module CommonJS, you can search online. There are many other modules available: CommonJS, SystemJS, and library ES 2015 DOM. That is okay. Close it, save it. There is one problem here. It's a JSON.text. We need to remove .text from here. It's only JSON. Okay, so we have a configuration file of TypeScript. Then we need to create a one light server. Light server, it's a simple server to run our project. Just go to node package command line utility and paste it. It will start a one server for us to locally run our project. Okay, so here we have completed our installation of Light server. One more thing we need to install is a System.js. System.js is basically it helps to module or provide a moduling to our Angular application. We can search over internet what is System.js. Before that, we start installation of System.js. Okay, System.js is a universal dynamic module loader, which will load ES6 modules, that is ES5 also, CommonJS global script in the browser and Node.js. If you don't understand what is this, just ignore that. It helps to provide some moduling feature to our Angular. You know, Angular is basically a collection of modules. Here we have completed our initial setup. Most thing is completely and properly done here. Now we need to create modules. Basically everything in Angular belongs to some Angular module. So it's time to create our first Angular module. For that we are going to our project folder, TypeScript, ngdemo. Inside this TypeScript files, we are going to create one folder which named as app module. Here we need to create one TypeScript file. We will name it as app.module.ts. Okay, that is our first module, open it in Notepad. Okay,
Here start writing our modules.
this is the main application module which consists another modules. So we are going to import some basic module, as in the .NET we are using to use a namespace in our project. We are write something using system dot something. So same way, to use module in our application we use import command and curly bracket ng module space from where. So we need to know from where we are going to derive our modules. So those are here: ngdemo, not modules, Angular. From here we are going to use our modules. Copy this path from dot dash not modules / Angular /core. Okay, ng module we are going to here core, and that is fine, and core dts. This module we have to use in here. So we define a path here. We need to cover it by double quote.
Okay, that is done here.
You can save it. Now we need to compile this file. To compile this file, it is a TS file. TS means TypeScript. We have created our first code in TypeScript file, and browser, it is not understand the TS, so we need to compile it to JavaScript. For that, here ngdemo cd TypeScript files and cd app module, write tsc, simple. Oh, that's done. That is now here. Let's check out that folder. ngdemo TypeScript module, app module. You can see app module.js. It automatically created by our compiler. So that is a magic. Okay, fine. We have created TypeScript file and with the compiling also JS file.
Now, as I said earlier, that Angular belongs to some Angular modules, and ng module is a decorator defined inside the red Angular core library. We have write here dot. That is really not good sign of good programming. We need to cover it some proper text. And so for that we have used the system.js. We have installed system.js for modular loader, and we can use modular loader here with this @not modules and a core. Now it will take care everything of our path. That's done. Control S. Let's compile it again. tsc, enter. Is there any error? Oh, there is one error. Cannot find module @not modules /car. We have one error in previous command, so we are going to solve it by removing this Angular-car. It will automatically resolve the path with this command, Angular
module resolution. Now we again going to compile it. There is no error now, so it's working fine. Now here create ng module. Okay, create one class. It is same class which we are creating in our .NET application, public class something. So by default in TS it's a public class name app module, opening bracket, closing bracket. Okay, here done. We have created our first TypeScript file with the class app module. We have also import one namespace module Angular core. We have given its name as ng module. Okay, now we are going to create a one component file, that is Angular component. It can be done by creating a class decorated with the component decorator defined inside @Angular code library. For that we are going in our folder app module, TypeScript app module. Here we have to create one another TypeScript file. Name is app.component. .ts. Okay, open it in a Notepad, and again import command here. Import name is component. From where? From Angular/core. Okay, you can see same line also used here. For that ng module name was given for that, and here we have given component, so you can use any name for that. It will just import your modules, and you can use component name to access that module. Now in a component, we need to define a selector. Selector is a simple text representing the tag name of our component. Don't forget comma here. Then what we want to replace with that selector, so use template attribute. We are using TypeScript, and TypeScript has a new feature that is what we can say tilde sign. It's not a single quote, it's a slash. You can write h1 here, anything. Welcome to ng world, or hello world. Benefit of this new feature, you can just enter and write anything here between these two things. Hello. This is awesome. Okay, and that is completed over here. Great. Save it. Okay, that is our component, and we need to create one class. Name is app component. Opening bracket and closing bracket. Done it. Let's compile it. TSC. Check out what happened here. Oh, there is an error. Collection core has no export member of component. Here you can see 1 means first line 9th character. First line 9th character is a component. Might guess spelling may be wrong. Okay, we are going to solve this error one by one. First errors says that it is not component is not available in Angular core. So let's check. Capital it component and compile it again. What happened now? Oh, 2 error has been gone here. So there is a minor mistake here. There is one more error in app module line number 3, character number 2, column number 2. So let's go to app module line number 3 and 2. Here we have missed this thing, double bracket. Let's check it out. Done. Okay, we have successfully created 2 TypeScript files, one for module, another for component. In a component we have created a selector and template. Now we need to add this component to add mod in app module. In here ng module we need to define it. Write declaration colon square bracket. Here write app class name of app.component.ts file. Save it. This is a new statement in app.module.ts file. Okay, let's check out by compile it. There is an error that it is saying that cannot find app.component. So this is because we have not allow this file to export to another place. We need to write here export command, and so it can understand that okay, you can see it is still not available for app module, cannot find app command. We have missed to import here. We have used export keyword here, but import is not available here. We need to import it. Import app component from where? From app component dot slash and our file name app dot component. Okay, now let's check it. TSC. Oh, that's done. No error here. You can see. Now we need to bootstrap our module as
A single Angular application may have more than one Angular module defined, but only one of them will be bootstrapped in the beginning. In earlier version of AngularJS version 1, this bootstrapping process has been done manually with the help of platform browser dynamic dependency. For that we need to write here bootstrap, use comma here and bootstrap app component. Angular is not limited to only working in the browser. It can be used to write a code which can be executed in a mobile device using Ionic or some similar framework. So with this command, with this Angular knowledge, you can create a mobile application in iPhone, for iPhone and Android devices. That can be possible with the platform browser dynamic dependencies. This is here. You can learn more on this thing after this session in some other place. So most part basic installation has been done here. Let's compile it again to check any error. No error. Now we need to create actual work. We are going to create one HTML file in our main folder. I guess we have missed something. We have missed one main.ts file to create one important file. Okay, we need to create one main.ts file that is helpful to make our application that we are going to develop our application for browser specific. As I said earlier, you can create application for mobile application. Go to project ngdemo in TypeScript file in app module. Here create a new file called as main.ts. New main.ts. Okay, open it, edit with Notepad. Here we are going to import platform browser dynamic. From where? From @Angular / platform browser dynamic. You can even copy this. Platform browser dynamic. Okay, we also need to import app module, which we have just created here. App module.ts. Import app module. From where? From .dash app module folder / app dot. Okay, in main.ts we have created file in TypeScript file. We are going to move it to app module. Ctrl S, save it, Ctrl cut, Control X for cut file and move it to app module. So we can separate the things. Open it again in Notepad++. Import platform from Angular browser dynamic app module from .app module. TypeScript. We are going to import app module, that is inside app module folder. Okay, fine. We need to cover it with the double quote. No need to any semicolon here. Okay, now platform browser dynamic dot bootstrap. We are going to show that which module is a bootstrap module. Bootstrap module round bracket app module is our bootstrap module. Then a semicolon. Done. Okay, let's compile it. TSC. There is one error in main.ts, line number 3 and column number 9. App module has no export. Okay, we need to attach export keyword for the class app module. Export. Now compile it again and it's done. So now finally we have completed our basic configuration of Angular application. Now we are going to create an HTML file. So that is our very first step. We'll be creating startup HTML file. Create a simple HTML file index.html in the Angular project. ngDemo. Here we are going to create one text. Remove it. Index.html. Okay, it will contain basic HTML code. Edit with Notepad. HTML. Add head. Body. As you can see, it is a simple HTML file. Here, body tag and HTML completed. Here we need to explicitly include script for shim, zone and system SRS. Okay, we have to create import 3 script file here in the head. Copy and paste it simply. We are also load main.js file, system.js, with the help of system.js. We have defined path, TypeScript files, main.js. Okay, fine. Here we are going to use the root component. Here it is our selector, which we have mentioned it in this selector. You can see app component. You can write here anything, like component or anything, but it should be matched with this. Okay, so here we have done our first
hello world program component is loading. We need to test it. Let's first compile it. If we have not created any new TypeScript file, so we don't need to compile it. Let's start this project. We have earlier, as if you remember, we have created one light server. We have installed the light server. Now we are going to start that one, light server, and press enter. Oh, that's working. Give it to access to Node.js. There is one error, cannot get, but basically our server has been started. Okay, fine. We have completed our HTML code here. We can check it here in light server. Before starting light server, you have to check that you are in proper directory, ngdemo, where we have created our index file. Open containing folder in Explorer. We have created our index file in ngdemo. So make sure you are in same directory and then start light server, and it's done. Component is loaded. Now beauty of this server that let me open it side by side. Make sure that you are not closing this command wrong. Just minimize it. Here our notepad file, and here our Angular. Okay, let's terminate. Angular quick start and our light server and our notepad file. Minimize it. Here we change it to hello world. Okay, just press Ctrl S and you can see without refreshing a browser it is changed. So that is the power of Node. But here if you open a console, you can see a many error here. Failed to load resource for platform browser dynamic and so many error. So this is incomplete. But we have successfully created a hello world with this HTML file. We are now going to solve this error, and we just near to end of this session. Reason for this error is that System.js, that is a module loader, is responsible for loading other files at runtime. It means System.js is unable to find platform browser dynamic. There are two strange things happening at Angular folder. Let's open it. At the node module Angular folder. Inside a node module which have a subfolder called platform browser dynamic. It means System.js is trying to load folder. Module loaders are meant for loading JS file dynamically, and in our case it is trying to load folder. Secondly, Angular folder is present inside the node modules. Angular is inside a node modules, but System.js is searching for it inside root folder. So Angular and platform browser dynamic is inside Angular. So system.js is searching a node module inside not modules. What I am saying, system.js is trying to search like this. So AngularJS is not understanding our path properly, so we need to create one system we need to configure our system.js to understand this path. For that, we are going to create one new JS file inside our Angular project. Inside our project ngdemo, we are going to create one JS file. Name it as system.config.js. Okay, in this file open it with the notepad. In a system.config.js file, copy this code. What this code means, it is a simple mapping function. Whenever a system see Angular /core, it should go to this folder, not module @Angular core bundle core umd. Umd means universal module directory. Go to here. So basically this is simple mapping. Save it and let's check it to here. Still there is an error. Now we have another error. You can see our platform browser, the previous error was gone, and zone.js, another error here we found. Okay, so almost we have done our HTML code here. Let's check into the browser. We have already created a light server, as you remember. Here you can see there is some error. Platform browser dynamic and Angular something in Zone.js, but our text is here on a browser. So for that, what we can do? Let's look at the problem in a deeper way. Problem saying that the file platform browser dynamic is not available under Angular. Reason is that that the system.js think that this file is under this. Actually, the file is under node module. Let's open it. ngdemo. Actual file is under node module inside Angular, inside platform browser dynamic. So we need to teach system.js that this file is under this path instead of this path. For that we need to create a one mapping function. Let's create it. For that, go to our project folder, ngdemo. Here we are going to create a one file named as system.config.js file. Okay, make it smaller letter. Yes, system config file contain a mapping code between understanding that @Angular /platform browser dynamic is what inside here. I have this code in a separate file already. I have created that one. Here it is. I want to show you. Here you can see that @angular/core. That means that is mapping to node modules/angular core bundle and blah blah. So this is a mapping code. You need to just copy this and insert it into new created file. Add it with the notepad, Ctrl V here and save it. Now system config.js file is not included anywhere, so we need to include this in this. For that, okay, we have pasted it. We have include system config.js here, so now it can understand that okay. Fine, now let's look at the browser. Here let's refresh it, and again there is different error. System.config.js is not found. System.config.js is not found as per the browser. Let's check the problem. System.config.js, and in our folder ngdemo, there is a spelling mistake. System.config.js. Okay, done. Check it to the browser. That's done. All error has been gone here. You can see hello world, this is awesome creator. Let's refresh this page. Hello world, this is awesome creator. Okay, you can see that the code has been changed. Okay, in index file what we have write, this is HTML code. Okay, and here in app component, okay, we have write here, this is our component code. Okay, refresh it. We need to compile every time once we use changes in the TypeScript files. For that we can use tsc-w. tsc-w means for watching, so whatever we change in TypeScript file, it will automatically compile our TypeScript code and give us any error. We don't need to write, we don't need to compile it every time. Here you can see in browser, this is our component code, this is also great one. Okay, and we're going to change here. This is our component code. This is Angular code, and this is really awesome. Control S and check into browser. It's updating without doing anything. You can see live server is running, and here compiler is also running. So this is working well, and our Angular demo has been successfully worked here. Let me check again if we forgot anything. Main TS that contains our main startup page, main startup TypeScript code. It imports platform browser dynamic from Angular platform browser dynamic. We have import app module. App module is here. It contains basic thing, Angular core. It imports app component. App components is here. Okay, this is thing. Okay, here we need to one more thing. We need to define a browser platform. Import browser module and browser module. It will instruct that this application is for which module. So this is for browser module. You need to insert it into app module.ts file. So that is done. So in this video we have learned how to create a basic Angular application without any error, basic hello world Angular application. In next video I will show you how to create how to insert a record into Angular, how to edit, how to delete, how to display grid in the next video, and I will also upload this code to Git repository, and I will post link into this video. Thank you. Bye bye.